Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the meditation. Let us take a moment to arrive on our cushion or to arrive on our chair this morning for this session. We can start by taking 3 deep breaths, and every time we inhale, we refresh our body and mind, and every time we exhale, we relax. Now let us look at our meditation posture for this session. Ideally, we sit on the floor in full lotus posture. That might be a little bit difficult. You can simply sit cross-legged. You can sit in half lotus, or you can even sit in Burmese style. You can also sit on a chair if it is difficult for you to sit on the floor. Just make sure then you are not leaning against the support of the chair and not leaning forward either. That's the most important thing actually in the different points for the posture is for the back to be straight, for the body to be upright, for the spine to be aligned. The second thing is that our hands ideally are in the meditative concentration mudra. So you have your right hand on top of the left, the two thumbs are slightly touching, and this rests at your lap. The shoulders are even and relaxed. Even though your body is straight, you can easily turn from left to right. Your body is flexible. The neck is aligned with the spine. You can slightly tilt the head forward, but not too much. You can put your tongue behind your upper teeth towards your upper palate. This helps to reduce the production of saliva. And finally, we don't meditate with the eyes completely closed. We leave them slightly opened, but we actually don't pay attention to what our eye consciousness is apprehending. It is the mind, the mental consciousness that meditates. Now that we have conducive posture for this practice, let us look inwards. Let us look at our motivation for meditating. Why do we want to meditate, especially this practice, which is called Shamatha in Sanskrit, Shine in Tibetan, calm abiding or single-pointed meditation in English? This practice helps us to develop our mental factors of introspection and mindfulness. These mental factors are required for us to develop a concentration that is able to remain on any virtuous object we like without being distracted, with pliancy, with ease, with clarity, with stability. So why do we need a good concentration? Is because the only liberating path, the only thing that removes our afflictions, the only thing that removes our obscurations, our veils, the only thing that really purifies is the wisdom mind that directly realizes emptiness, that directly realizes the ultimate nature, the ultimate reality of all phenomena, the emptiness of inherent existence of the self and the emptiness of inherent existence of all phenomena, the emptiness of objective existence, of true existence. So without a good concentration, without a perfect concentration actually, we cannot realize this directly, impossible. So therefore we train in concentration doing this shamatha practice. And why do we need to realize the emptiness of inherent existence? Why do we need to eliminate our afflictions and obscurations? Well, simply because ourselves and all other sentient beings are trapped in the prison of our own minds. We are trapped in the vicious circle of cyclic existence, continuously taking rebirth again and again due to the power of karma and affliction. We've been trapped in this circle since beginningless time, since time immemorial. Until we eliminate all our afflictions, we will be under their power. The root of all these afflictions is called self-grasping ignorance. It is this misconception that we and all phenomena exist from their own side. This misconception that thinks that phenomena exist independently, intrinsically, truly. Only when we realize the emptiness of objective existence, of ourselves and all phenomena, which is the direct antidote to this self-grasping ignorance. Only when we have this realization, we will start to uproot the self-grasping ignorance and all the afflictions that arise because of it, such as, first of all, we have this, because of this misconception, we have this inappropriate attention, thinking that this solid I, this misconceived solid I, we kind of feel that it is the center of the universe. We feel that we are more important than others. And because of that, all the other afflictions arise: anger, attachment, jealousy, pride, anxiety, and so on and so forth. You name it. The Buddha named 84,000 afflictions. But actually, we could even posit more than that. This was not an exhaustive list. Because of these afflictions, we constantly engage in negative actions, such as killing, stealing, lying, and so on and so forth. And every time we engage in a non-virtuous action, it leaves an imprint on our mental continuum that sooner or later will ripen in the form of an unpleasant experience. So it is essential to develop concentration, to realize the wisdom of emptiness in order to stop this cycle. Only when we cut the root of self-grasping ignorance, we will stop the inappropriate attention, we will stop the afflictions, we will stop the negative karma and be liberated. So we have to recognize that I'm not the only one in this condition. All sentient beings are in the same boat, are in the same condition, due to the power of karma and afflictions, constantly accumulating negative karmas, and therefore experiencing the unpleasant results, the suffering that ripens due to these negative karmas. Now I have this precious human rebirth, therefore I need to take responsibility for all my dear mother sentient beings. who have been so kind to me in countless past lives, taking care of me, helping me. Now it is my responsibility to help them, to liberate them, to guide them. I have this human life endowed with so many freedoms and richnesses. I have all my physical, mental capacities, and I live at a time where the Buddha appeared 2500 years ago, and his teachings are still very much available today, especially in this internet era. With just one click, I can listen to the teachings of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, who is the true embodiment of love, wisdom, and compassion in this day and age. And there are many followers of the Buddha's teachings. There are many supporters of the Buddha's followers. Therefore, I have this incredible opportunity to transform my mind by listening, contemplating, and meditating on the teachings of the Buddha. I have the incredible opportunity to develop my concentration, to develop my compassion, to realize the ultimate nature of reality and purify all my afflictions and obscurations and all the veils, even the veils, the cognitive veils, the cognitive obscurations to omniscience. I have the potential in this life to achieve this, to achieve the state of full awakening in order to guide all sentient beings unmistakably. By achieving the state of omniscience, I will know how to guide sentient beings out of samsara in the best way, without making any mistake. So let us try to generate this most beautiful motivation for this meditation session, this motivation of bodhicitta, the awakening mind, by thinking, may I become a Buddha for the benefit of all my dear mother sentient beings. So with this motivation in mind, we will engage in Shamatha practice this morning. I will quickly remind you of the instructions for this meditation. So we looked at our body posture at the beginning. Remember, the most important is for the body to be upright, for the back to be straight. The second thing is the object of meditation. What are we actually meditating on? If you're familiar with this practice, I will encourage you to take the object that you're familiar with. If you don't have an object that you're familiar with, I would recommend meditating on the breathing sensation at the entrance of the nostrils. Try to place all your focus on that breathing sensation. How does it feel at the entrance of the nostrils when you breathe in, breathe out? What is the sensation even when you are not breathing in and out? Like, try to remain in that very small area of the entrance of the nostrils for the entire duration of the meditation, without losing the focus, without losing the object. There are actually two main ways we get distracted and lose our object. The first one is called excitement. Basically, we are distracted with thoughts. Mostly we are thinking about the future, for example, my plans for today, or thinking about the past. The second most common way we get distracted is with laxity or dullness or lethargy. Basically, we don't put enough application in our meditation. Our application is not strong enough, and therefore the mind starts to sink or fall asleep, So therefore we also lose our object. Finally, there are two antidotes to counteract these excitement and laxity. So these two antidotes are called, the first one is called introspection or alertness. It is a small part of your mind that is constantly checking. Am I meditating? Am I concentrated on my object of meditation? And when this introspection, when this alertness notices that the mind has actually wandered, that the mind has lost its object, then I make use of the second antidote, which is called mindfulness. And the role of mindfulness is to bring the mind back onto the object of meditation and making sure it remains there. The analogy is that of if you have a pet dog at home and the dog runs away, introspection notices that the dog is gone, and mindfulness brings the dog back home. And you can also imagine tying him against a pillar so that the dog remains at home. This is what we are doing with our mind, using introspection and mindfulness. So we will do this meditation for 10 minutes. gently come out of the meditation. We can dedicate the merits that we have accumulated by trying to develop our mental factors of introspection and mindfulness, so that we may soon, very soon, achieve the perfection of concentration, so that we may soon, very soon, achieve spontaneous, uncontrived bodhicitta. May we soon, very soon, realize the emptiness of objective existence of the self and all phenomena, so that we may soon, very soon, be able to eliminate all our afflictions and all our cognitive obscurations and become fully awakened Buddhas in order to liberate all sentient beings without leaving none aside. May the precious mind of bodhicitta, that has not arisen, arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase forevermore. May the wisdom realizing emptiness that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has already arisen never decline but increase forevermore. Due to the merits we have accumulated in the three times and the merits of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, may His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the true source of happiness and joy on this earth, have a very long and healthy life, so that he may continue to teach us for a very long time. Due to these merits, may we have the fortune to soon find the unmistaken reincarnation of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, so that Rinpoche may continue to guide us and to lead the organization. Finally, due to all these merits, may all the wars that are happening around the world immediately come to an end. May there be no new wars, may there be no famine, no epidemic, no natural catastrophes, disasters of the elements. May peace and happiness prevail in everyone's hearts and lives. So thank you very much for joining the meditation this morning. If you are in Delhi, tonight at 6 p.m. we have an interfaith exchange program with the synagogue near Khan Market. You're very welcome to join us for that. You find more information on our WhatsApp or in the calendar on our website. Basically, we are meeting there at the synagogue at 6, and we will join the prayers that they do on Friday, which is called Shabbat, and then we will engage in an exchange with the Rabbi Ezekiel. We will talk with him, and I think we will also participate in the reading some and meditating some psalms of the Bible with him, and compare a little bit, the similarities and differences between Judaism and Buddhism. Then on Sunday we have the fortune that Kabir Saxena Ji is visiting Delhi for a few days. As you may know, Kabir Ji is mainly based in Bodh Gaya these days. And so on Sunday at 11 a.m. he will give a talk, both online and in person at Tushita, about his journey, basically his journey with the Tibetan Lamas and how, he served them both here in India in different centers as well as in the UK. All right, have a very good day, everyone, and we will see you also on Monday morning at 9 for the meditation. Bye-bye.